South Africa election and Mandela Party lost. They didn't lose, but they didn't win for complete because they went for 57%, which is a majority. This means they didn't need too much of other parties to carry on the government, to carry on the policies. But now they only have around 40%. It's a loss. They didn't win compared to they didn't lose compared to the other parties, but also they didn't win completely. This means they need to cooperate with the other parties. But that's beside the point. I know South Africa will find a way. It's a way because South Africa is a much advanced society compared to the rest of the continent. But I was quite impressed how the South African carried their election. There was not the army in the road to try to impose the law. There was no demagogue saying the election is fraud. We need to recount. Actually, there was, but it didn't get that much attention. And nobody really questioned the validity of those elections, which is something very rare. And as I noticed that in those South Africa election, it's divided in three parts. It's like one is the national, where you elect just who's gonna rule the nation. The national. Let's start with the provincial. There's the provincial. Each one choose which party they want to rule the province they live. Example, the DA, also not the White Party, they control the Western Cape, and the people in the Western Cape want them to stay there. That's why they always win there. That's in the provincial. And then there's the regional, which is the party compete. They will get vote about. The regional is like, and the national. It used to be one, but anyway, there's the regional. In the regional, the parties can compete and also individual candidate. And there's 200 seats available in those regional. So the parties will compete for those 200 seats. And then there's the national. Different than the regional. The national, only the parties can compete, not individual candidate. And the national, also there's 200 seats. So they combine those 200 seats, make a total of 400 seats in the parliament. And ANC they used to have 200 and something seats of those 400 seats. Now I think it dropped to 159 seats. So it's not enough to elect a president. To elect a president, they need to win at least 200 in something, above 200, not below. And above 200 seats, not below 200 seats. And ANC, the African National Congress, they don't have 200 seats. They have 159 seats or something. So they need to make a coalition with other parties. One of those parties is the DA, the Democratic Alliance, also known as the White Party. I don't know much they are the White Party because white people in South Africa only represent 80%. This means, but they got 20% of the vote. So how 80% of the population managed to get 20%? This means there's niggas voting for the whites. So it's not really a total white party as the media say, and also the activists. But this party, the DA is more acceptable by who's those guys? The business people, the investor. They say the market will react well with the DA. But the thing is, the market is not the people. The market, the stock market, can do extremely well, but doesn't mean you as a people will be doing well. So we must take that in consideration. But that's a coalition that a lot of people want. So hey, it's democracy, my guy. And there's the MEK, Umkhonto weSizwe. I, I I hope I pronounced that well. Umkhonto weSizwe. Is the MK is it is the military wing from the ANC. It break apart from the ANC. And the one that control Umkhonto weSizwe, the leader is Jacob Zuma. I gotta respect that guy. He's one of the clever politicians in South Africa. Him, Julio Malema, and Nele Zille. That lady from the DA Zille, I cannot pronounce her name properly. Those three people are the smartest politicians that South Africa ever had post-apartheid. I'm talking about 20 20,000 above. So yeah, Jacob Zuma. But the Jacob Zuma thing, I don't know if that's a protest. His part is a protest against ANC. Or is a way for him to avoid jail time. I don't know. Also, this jail thing is a bit confusing because this is political. You don't just steal alone. It's impossible. There's a thing that they don't want to really disclose to the public that's going on. Anyway, then there's Economic Freedom Fighter, also EFF, which is controller, not control. The leader is Julius Malema. I actually like Julius Malema, but the socialists are there. Yeah, but the thing is, those African parties that are called socialists, they are not real socialists. They are right wings, because the right wing of version in Africa, the West see as socialists. You see, because if you put Julie Malema and Donald Trump and those conservatives, they don't sound that different. The only difference is that one is trying to preserve its country. When Africa is trying to preserve its country, they are deemed as socialist, communists. Because Julia Malema say, I want South Africa for South Africa. I want to, not really South Africa for South Africa. He want to put South Africa, the indigenous people, first. He don't want the corporations to control just the people. A lot of his talk is right-wing talking point. I'm talking as somebody that has a lot of right-wing ideology. He's not really left-wing, he's right-wing. But he's seen as left-wing because with people like that, the West cannot just exploit. The corporation cannot just exploit. So they deem as right-wing. So after, put that in mind. Our right-wing version is deemed as socialist by the West. Our open border guys that want people to enter, let's be happy, let's exploit your nation, is deemed as right-wing by the West because facilitate their agenda. So you gotta remember that. And also, those are not our ideology. We don't believe in left and right. We believe in good governance. Anyway, Julie Malema, he said a lot of stuff. Yeah, he did. He sees a Pan-Africanist party, a guy that wants South Africa majority to control the economy, which is a noble cause. But how he's going about that is what nobody know. And also, his party is quite new, so people are a bit suspect of him. Yeah, in Africa it's like that. People don't trust new party with young people. They rather continue with the old party, with the corrupt old people. It's sad though. It's sad though. And that there's the other parties, like they want salary and power too. So hey, do you? But the thing is, as much as this thing of coalition, government of national unity, which is also the alternative that was proposed by Cyril Ramaphosa, how much is this going on? I kind of, for someone that's safe in Africa that said this for far, I can appreciate the system you have there. There's the rule of law. It's actually beautiful. There was the election, people control. There was not the army arresting people, which was the case in Angola. People were trying to control the election, trying to be there, and there was a lot of problem. And after the election result be announced, the government put the army on the road. So the presidential inauguration in Angola was a military parade. It was very odd. I was like, why the army in the road? Why the army in the street? What's going on here? We did the election, we fought. Why this guy's here? And for me, it was very sad, to be honest. And then when I see compared to South Africa, you guys actually have a proper election result. There's no place to question. There's some people who still question. That's not just, but most people are okay with result, and there's not much problem. And that is rare in the African continent. Anyway, as African living in Africa, not in South Africa, I'm in my country. I just have to congratulate the South African people because even without you doing, you're doing a lot. You are showing to other Africans that it's possible to have a democratic and free society. And that's, in the end, that's what all of us want. We want to be able to hold our leaders more accountable. I'm not saying you in your country are doing that very well, but compared to the rest of us, you guys are more mature and more advanced. So I just have to congrats. So yeah, do well. Peace out.